Hello everybody, it is Nicole from eKiwi and welcome to another video. Today we are going to be doing a line drawing as well as adding gold at the end. But before I get started, this video is kindly sponsored by Skillshare. If you guys don't know what Skillshare is, it is an online learning community with thousands of classes in many different subjects such as art, business, technology, and much more. Premium membership gives you unlimited access to high-quality classes from experts working in their field. It is also more affordable than most learning platforms out there. Annual subscription is less than $10 a month. The class that I used as inspiration for this video was called Pen and Ink Illustration: The Basics for Creating Magical Drawings by Yasmina Creates. In this class, you learn about creating images and shading with just ink, so I thought that it would be fitting to use it and just create a line drawing instead of a fully colored one. And although she goes into a lot more techniques, I only used about 2 of them. But it was very interesting to try out another technique that I haven't used as much before. So if you guys are interested, there is a link down below for a free 2-month trial for the first 500 people. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. So for this drawing, I knew I wanted to add gold in it, and I was going to add it in the form of leaves. So I kind of had a game plan when I started. So when sketching, I made sure that I knew where I wanted to put the gold, which was basically anywhere that were leaves except for her arm and the roses and leaves at the bottom. This drawing was created after the Arteza one, so for the Arteza one I didn't really look up rose leaves until after and I had to change them all, but after I did that I started drawing more rose leaves, so that's why this one is roses and rose leaves as well. The main thing that I'm really focusing on in this video and drawing is line art. I personally believe that my line art is not bad. I think it's clean. However, I think it could be cleaner, and if I didn't rush it, then it would be better. I always see other people's line art, especially like intricate drawings, and I'm always like amazed by how detailed and how clean it looks. And this kind of forced me to take my time and really think about each stroke. So for the main drawing, I probably used a thicker pen. I say probably because it's been a while in between me drawing it and recording the audio. I would say it was a 0.2, and then I went over the thicker outlines in a 0.4 or a 0.6. And for the details, I really stuck with the smaller side, so I probably used a 0.05, a 1, and a 2. So let's go ahead and talk about the shading. The 2 methods I used were just line and then stippling. And stippling is the one that I don't really use often because I didn't really like the look of it. But for this drawing, on her arm she has kind of like a tattoo, but maybe not a tattoo. There's just another rose with leaves, and I didn't want to leave this empty, but I also didn't want to paint it gold either. And to differentiate it from the other lines and the shadows, I decided to go with the stippling method to make it different from the rest. This was actually quite challenging for me because I think I have not stippled since high school, and that was a while ago, so I don't usually do it unless I'm forced to. And it definitely takes a lot of thought because if I put too many dots in one area, I couldn't really take it away and it would just make it darker. So I really had to think about the spread of the dots and how concentrated I want it. So I would keep more dots towards the part I want darker, so the part of the leaf that's towards the stem, and then I would fade it out towards the top of the leaf. As for the rest of the shadows, which just consisted of line, It wasn't too bad. The most challenging part were the roses, but I decided to just kind of follow the flow of the petals to make it look like it had a little bit more movement and also create that depth of shadow instead of making it a one-directional line. So I created it almost in a spiral pattern to show that movement and create that spiral effect that roses kind of have. As for the hair, I think you guys see me shade hair enough, but I basically just follow the lines of the hair and then I leave a white spot, and I don't really plan out this white highlight, I just kind of do it and then go with the flow. So I'm sorry I can't really give any proper tips on that, but that's just how I work. And then lastly, I did the gold leaves, and this was used using the liquid leaf paint. I know this paint can be used on paper, but I don't think it's as smooth as it could have been. This paint is probably more used for painting objects and things you want to accent in gold rather than painting on paper. So it did leave a little bit of streaks, but if you look at it at the right angle, it doesn't look streaky at all. But not gonna lie, it is mostly streaky. However, even so, I still really like the outcome of this, and I think it turned out really well. It's the first time I think I've used this much gold from a liquid leaf. The last time I used gold was from that Sharpie pen, which was a while ago. And with that one, I think I was just experimenting. So I really like how this one turned out, and I hope you guys do too. So that about wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As a reminder, there is a link down below to a free 2-month trial for the first 500 people on Skillshare. And with that, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. Keep drawing, keep painting, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! And also, happy Valentine's Day because it's tomorrow.